Hello, hello. Hey, everyone. Simone here. So I didn't really have anything intelligent to say about credentials and intelligence until someone dropped a question. Noah, are you in the room here? No. Yes. Great. So Noah is a human prompt engineer. So his questions are always rich. So he asked, what would recognition look like for things that we may have done in collaboration with AI? And so that was my prompt. I said, that's a good assignment. Let me take a stab at it. And it really reminded me of this quote by Marcia McClellan. We shape our tools, and then the tools shape us. So in the early days of digital credentials, technology really promised to solve a big problem, like combat fraud and ensure trust, right? Now what's happening is that now technology is reverting that because AI is challenging the credibility of those digital credentials once again. And so this is a bit of a crisis, but out of that come good things. And this one thing that I called credential intelligence is really about radical transparency and generative recognition. And I want to share with you what I mean with that, if that was even intelligible. So radical transparency, imagine if we could just really document all the interactions that go through between a human and a machine when you're trying to cheat and solve a problem, right? And capture all the meta processing that happens. So in fact, you start to reveal not just what we learn, but how we learn it. And what if that could generate evidence that we attach to credentials? That's radical transparency. Now, generative recognition is really about more manifestation, just coming up with things that you did not know you might know. As you go through solving a problem and you have these interactions with AI, maybe you're actually going to be able to know that you know more. Like this is often about skills like critical thinking and so on. So there is a regenerative aspect to this, which means that as you're trying to solve a problem, you may actually realize that you have skills that don't belong to necessarily to that specific problems, but they are more transversals. And what if I could then use that input to suggest pathways for upskillings or maybe even employment? And so what I did was, hey, I just realized I had this chat with ChatGPT thinking about what do you think about this question Noah asked me? And so I realized, well, I have a full transcript of that. And so how about I create a badge and I issue that badge to me that has, it's called Credential Intelligence Explorer. It has in the narrative, like the link to the transcript of our conversation and the question. And these were skills, let me go here. All these skills here, critical thinking, metacognition, strategic thinking, is what I ask AI, hey, look at this transcript. What skills do I think I demonstrated as I was trying to come up with these crazy ideas of credential intelligence? And so, hey, there you go. I didn't really know that. And then I could actually add evidence. And so I asked it, where in that transcript did I show metacognitive awareness? And here's the evidence. You were reflecting on the learning process itself and considering how to document it and recognize blah, 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 blah. And then I said, hey, how about I align it to a skills framework? So self-awareness and ESCO. And so boom, I added the link there. What is interesting here is that as an enabler, maybe for the standards community out there, how about we then start to add metadata extensions to open badges like, interaction details, metacognitive insights, or elements of personalized learning pathways and the log. So, I mean, I don't know. ePIC is always that opportunity for us to think more deeply and widely about the stuff that we do every day. And so, and it's also because of conversation that you have with people in the room. So talk to Noah, talk to anyone here. It's about the questions, right? It's not the answers. It's the skills of the future, prompt engineering, asking better questions. So I wanted to bring this back here and have other chats about it if you're interested in. So I will just want to close with like one thing. Okay, so I wanted to challenge you in recognizing these people based on these definitions. Or maybe you just know the face. Anyone knows the guy in the upper left corner? John Vervaeke, University of Toronto. He's a cognitive scientist. Second guy, his face is more popular. Yeah, Harari. Third guy, this is big. David Bohm. And he's a quantum scientist, explorer, pioneer. Last one, Vandana Shiva. She's an ecological philosopher or activist. And so those quotes are not theirs. But when I thought about recognition in a more philosophical way, which is what we do here at ePIC, I was inspired by their work, and so I just tried to frame recognition using how they would have framed it. And those are some of the things that they came up with. And I wanted to work this into the Paris Declaration, but I was late in doing it. Maybe next declaration. All right, that's it. Thank you, everyone.